Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm just doing, at long last, the first toy hunt in my car, for which I need a good channel name, because usually I just call whatever disaster whatever. I don't really fancy driving around in a car called the Disaster Mobile, I'm not gonna lie, although I do already have some stories about that. I think initially I planned this to be two different videos, one based more on the car and one based more on the toy hunt, but it has been 2.5 months now and I need to do this and get out doing more toy hunts and stop building this one up in my head, you know, then not fancying it ever, and then, you know, just build it up more and so on and so forth. So we gotta just get this done. Doing a smaller search today than I would have initially planned, but it's a very important one as well. There's a Build-A-Figure wave we've been putting off buying. We're going to get the whole Golga wave, and we've also been putting off buying the Howard Finkel wave for so long that some of them have now sold out in Smyths. However, this is like a double bill. We finally got the first toy hunt in the car, but also Ron Simmons just dropped in my Smyths, so I have to go and pick that up. That is absolutely mandatory, and that's why we're here now. In addition to the fact that we needed to get off our ass and do this anyway, because once the first one's done, you know, we can go out and do them whenever. It's building up the image in my head of how I want the first one to go. That clearly wasn't meant to be. It's taken too long, and I'm definitely not going to do any car focus stuff because I'm just not in the mood for it. In addition to the fact that I was going to do like a little daft walk around for a bit of fun, but I don't want to show you the damage I've done to the car already, or the other damage I've done to the car already. And it's also that kind of season where it's not really worth cleaning the car because, you know, it just gets filthy again. So it is a bit of a mess at the moment. So maybe I'll go back and do something a bit more about the car sometime. But right now, today is about getting this hurdle overcome and getting a Ron Simmons, as well as spending a fortune on figures I've been putting off buying. All right, let's get into it. Had to start this one off getting a basket because we knew we were taking half the shop with us. Of course, we weren't too clever to bring the carrier bag from the car with you, were you, mate? I was just too excited to get in the shop, clearly. You know, normally I'd have walked up the aisle with the camera on and did the whole thing, but again, I was clearly just too excited. Get straight to the WWE section, put the basket down and try and soak up what on earth we are doing here, like try and work out where to start. You can see we have a massive amount of elites in Smyths at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
We've got the Build-A-Figure wave bucket tees, the first thing I picked up there. I had a bit of a look at the black trunks one as well, but I definitely prefer the white. Most of the comparing of paint jobs, which I would only recommend even more so now that Mattel have moved factories, was done off camera because, you know, just to save time basically. However, I did just pick up this Bianca straight away because I'm not too bothered about the figure. I'm getting the Build-A-Figure part only, and I didn't really realise, but there is some more Biancas above, and I didn't care enough to look through them in the end. I had completely forgotten about this later until I turned up in the shop, which is that'll become more ironic later on in the video. Again, we got this Seth Rollins, but we just want the Howard Finkel parts. I didn't even bother looking at it. Just chuck that straight in the basket, and then had a bit of a look at the Cody Torso, Razor Ramones and such. Bit of a look at Hack. Again, I wasn't really sure about Hack because I'm definitely going to sell it because I definitely prefer the Sandman figure. But, you know, I still wanted one in good, like with the box in good condition. And these were all a bit messed up, so. I'm not seeing the Ron. The Triple H one, that's really nice as well. I'll probably get that eventually. I really like the idea of the Evolution triple pack, but it's really just not something I would ever use. Yeah, 3 in stock. Oh. I feel like because of basically having to force myself to go on this toy hunt, that I kind of like forgot about the significance of actually picking up this Ron Simmons. Like how much the old version cost and the fact that they've actually re-released it. This is literally the Grail, like my friend's Grail. That's literally what this Ron Simmons is. So yeah, I'll probably gush you a bit more about that in a little recap.
Well, we might as well get a cheers book of tea, because that's pretty nice anyway. Not great. Not going to keep agonising over it, that one will do. And then we just need to go through British Bulldogs and that. No cane. Just realised. Oh dear. Got them on site. They should be in stock too. Am I just blind again? Can't see them at all, like.
When you've worked in Smyths, you know that in situations like this, when there's quite a few items showing in stock, you know they're on the top of the shelves and someone's just not put them out. And the frustrating part when you used to work in Smyths is knowing that, like, you used to be able to just pull the ladders over and go up and get it yourself. So I had to go and look for a member of staff, which took a little while, I'm not going to lie. It really slowed the whole process down and there wasn't a lot of people in today.
I haven't seen that. That's cool. Craft figures and that.
So I had a kind of half-hearted look at like the other stuff, like the Marvel stuff and all that kind of thing, but in the end it's probably a good thing I didn't really feel like doing that stuff since this video's already long enough.
Don't know about Ken. That's kind of cool.
I often say of Hot Wheels that there's no Dodge Viper left behind, but they do not count.
That's not even everything. Oh. Street Fighter figures as well. Endless Funkos, obviously.
Of course, I love parking miles away from everyone else, but it's not so great when you forget to take your carrier bag with you and you're picking up this much crap. Alright, well we'll go to B&M now anyway. I'm hoping not to find anything after £124 of WWE crap, but there might be. This one's been hit and miss over the years. Sometimes it gets good stuff, sometimes you see nothing. Like you see stuff in everyone, but sometimes it's the only place you see stuff. A friend of mine actually hid a Bruno Sammartino here for me, and it took me too long to go and get it, and it's obviously put it back on the shelves and whatnot. We'll do that more for content than anything else. So I always like to film the walk into a B&M because there's always people in your way, and apart from that member of staff, we got straight in. It's a miracle.
That was a miracle.
I did have a bit of a quick look at the Lego everywhere I went, but again it just really wasn't the focus of this video, and I clearly just didn't have the attention span for non-wrestling things.
Not the ladies. No one in that way for me, to be quite fair. And it's all bronze by the looks of it. Lots of bronze.
In a kind of weird situation with the B&M toy section at the moment, where it's like overflowing with like random blind bags and like random stuff and like a million different like IPs like South Park and, you know, Harry Potter, Doctor Who stuff, you know, the Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, it's just a very weird, like, surreal experience to go there and like see everything in one place in a B&M. But yeah, that's where we're at now.
That was a waste of time as expected, but probably wasn't even worth the walk across the car park and back across the estate to get there, to be honest. But at least they had some WWE stuff, better than most of the time. But quite frankly, I didn't really expect to find much. I'd stretch it more of a clip, but I just couldn't be bothered as soon as I got in. I was like, you know, what are we doing here? And I did think about not bothering because after looking for a member of staff to get me canes down, it ended up much later than I was planning. It caught me off guard there, actually stopping at the zebra crossing. So I thought, well, I'm going to be having a very late lunch now, and we're going to be running it close to kick-outs now when the kids get out of school. But I figured It's already too late to really, you know, I thought might as well just go for it while we're already here, because it's not going to get any earlier, you know. Like, I could not spend 5 minutes in B&M, but I'm still going to be having me lunch really late, and you know, cutting it close to school kick-out time, so it's irrelevant really. Went for it anyway, but yeah, bit of a waste of time. Anyway, on to Middlehaven, which again, I kind of would leave this to another day now at this point, but that's where the KFC is anyway, so. Right, so carrying on with Middlehaven. Got a little bit lost on the way out because I could have moved over in the traffic, but I hate being the kind of guy that sits there with a load of traffic behind you, stuck because you realised you're in the wrong lane. So wasted a little bit more time there. We're over to Middlehaven now. There's a few things I want to look at over here anyway. I want to look for more Yellow Jacket Funko Pops to resell. So we'll look in B&M anyway. I'm still roasting from the last one. And then I'm going to KFC and I'm getting a double down. It'll be a miracle that it's still warm when I get home after navigating through the post-school traffic now. But yeah, alright, let's go. I talk about B&M's being hard to get into, but I'm just glad the indoor's working in this one for once. Raining again, what a day. My girlfriend got me the regular camping van of these Lego sets, so I am tempted to pick that up at some point, and I'm also kind of interested in Lego City now, which I never saw coming. My nephew's really into the Hot Wheels monster trucks, and they recently did a motorhome one of those as well, which I'm kind of interested in. It's weirdly tempting. Various Funkos, of course, but never really anything of any great interest in a B&M for me. Got all the blind bags and stuff as well. Little Pokemon figures, Pokemon plushes and stuff. Oh, this is a different wave, right? Yeah, but there's still nothing in it for me, so that also works for me. Whoa, think there's anything? No, Spray and Xavier. Them weird bendy things. Already got mine. Oh, very, very cute. Okay, let's get ourselves to Home Bargains and then to KFC. I forget that this Home Bargains is 3 aisles deep and start walking down the first one thinking yeah, there isn't a whole other row of aisles between them. What's going on with these weird cart things today? Or in the last 2 minutes, I should say. Accurate NSX up there. Don't need one. Cool. Kind of giving me Shrek Pinocchio vibes. Yeah, nothing in here. But where are the Funkos? That's what we're after. Got some Funko sodas there. Got some pins, Pokemon figures, Funko 4-packs. Am I just being blind again? I might be. Maybe they just don't have any. Screech's figures. Can't see centre sound. No, I don't think they have any at all. It'd definitely be here, surely, the amount of Funko products that are here. Alright. Well, never mind. Bit of a wasted trip, although I will buy myself some fizzy pop while I'm here. for the evening. I've got none left.
So I've just been straightening up the figures in the boot into a bag and realised that I didn't pick up a litre. I thought I'd already picked one up, and then I started looking at the others and I thought I'll just stick with the one I've already got, and it turns out I hadn't picked one up already. Messed that one up, but it's probably for the best. We already spent 120 odd pounds there, and quite frankly I'm not sure whether I should pick it up anyway. I definitely maybe should just wait until it's reduced a little bit. But yeah, that's everything done, so I'm off to get a KFC. I'm going to try the double down. That's everything for this video. Hopefully there'll be some more toy hunts in the near future, and if you did enjoy this video, please do like, comment and subscribe. Check out the toy hunts playlist in the end screen, and I really do appreciate you guys joining me. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye. I lied, and you're not quite off the hook yet. We are going to do a recap of the stuff I actually did pick up today. First of all, I'm going to apologise for the lighting if it's not as good as usual, but when I was setting the video up, I picked up the floodlight, and it was the cable was kind of caught very strongly under the two huge charity shop bundles, which the video of which won't have even gone out when you've seen this because I'm rushing this video out. So as it turns out, they're now two different parts now. So that's the end of that. So I haven't used the backup light. I think it's all right. I also think it's running out of charge, so you know, it's probably sucks, but yeah. Anyway, so where do we start? First of all, we got the Seth Rollins, of course. You can tell that I didn't bother comparing these sets because I don't really care about the figure itself. I just bought it for the piece because the belt's not even on him straight on this one. But yeah, literally just the Howard Finkel Build-A-Figure for that one. Then we got the Bianca Belair, exact same story. Really not that bothered about the figure. Although my friend Dave did say he wouldn't mind having an up-to-date Bianca, so I'll ask him if he's still interested. Again, we're just getting the Howard parts. She comes with a head, so that's pretty important. The Bret Hart and the Hulk Hogan sold out a little while ago, but thankfully they're still readily available elsewhere. In fact, I could literally even order them in on my wholesaler if I really wanted to. We also got the full Golga Build-A-Figure wave, of course. So first of all, we got Hardcore Hack. This is really cool, but it's a figure I'm kind of mad about. I think the Sandman beforehand, it just came with much more stuff, and I'm more of a Sandman guy than a Hack guy, but obviously the rest of the wave's pretty good, so I might as well get the Golga since I wouldn't mind having the Golga anyway. So yeah, my basic play there is I'm just going to wait until these are out of the shops and then chuck the figure on its own. Next up we got the Booker T. I really don't care for this figure, but with it having the WCW television title in it as well, that means I can sell my Ricky Steamboat that comes with the title, because that was basically the only reason why I was holding on to that. So we can let that go. I really don't care for WCW Booker, like I'd use a WWE Booker. But it's cool to get the belt. It's really not a bad figure. It's kind of interesting. It's quite nice. And again, you know, we got a Golga piece in there, so we had to pick him up. We got the British Bulldog, which again, I can sell my Top Picks one, the re-release one. I think I just like this figure more than it, to be honest. The head on the old one, the long head, has always looked a bit weird to me. I think this one's really, really good, and it's, you know, it's a bit more Attitude Era as well. You know, it fits my time period a little bit more. Box is a bit dinged up, like, but it is what it is. And this is probably the best painted one. We've got Golga's enormous legs in there. Next, we did get the Kane figure. I had to find a member of staff, which took a while. I had one member of staff who I knew from when I worked there, kind of trying to like avoid eye contact with me, like she was trying to avoid an awkward conversation when actually I was just going to ask her to, you know, do a job. And then eventually I found Aaron. He was more than happy to give me a hand and get these canes down. These were all badly painted. A lot of them had wear to the singlet. They all had wear to the mask. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that space at the top of the mask on his head is supposed to be there because they're all like that. But if you look at the picture, there isn't really anything there. It's just hair. It's not great. And of course, you know, I'm more concerned about my Mattel figures now due to the new factory and all the stuff that's breaking and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, very, very conscious of that. And finally, of course, the main attraction, the reason why we finally had to pull the trigger and do this toy hunt, the Ron Simmons Greatest Hits re-release with the WCW Championship. Absolutely awesome figure. Honestly, I'm fine with it getting re-released in purple as opposed to the blue. That's fine by me. I prefer purple to blue. I don't really have a preference on which. I'd rather just have the figure, quite frankly, than you know, quibble about the colour. But quite frankly, you know, it works for me anyway.
The belt, of course, is just a huge attraction to this figure. Having Ron as well is a huge attraction, but unfortunately, it'll probably never be just a Ron Simmons gimmick in my Fed, because first of all, I never film anything, and second of all, I want him as Farouk, and then I want him as Farouk again in the APA, and yeah, he's got a busy docket. He's a busy man in DSW, so yeah, I don't know if he'll ever appear in this, but so cool to finally pick this up, or that is to say, so cool that this got remade and that we can pick this up so much cheaper. I'm overjoyed with these figures. I've said a few times before, I'm surprised I'm not more interested in the Monday Night War series, but there's 4 whole figures bought from it, and a 5th one that was supposed to be in it in later. Crazy day, crazy day. So yeah, hopefully we never have a toy hunt this busy ever again. But I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope that I can bring myself to get out and do more soon. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, please check out the toy hunt playlist in the end screen, and I really do appreciate you joining me. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
Today, the day is about getting this hurdle overcame and getting ourselves Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons? And then we'll pop off over the middle of it, the same purpose. If I don't choke to death.